think of horror movies from the 1980s, what comes to mind? This movie poster from A Nightmare on Elm Street, released in 1984, is one of the most recognizable in the entire horror genre.
No, I'd see like the Nightmare on Elm Street poster and it would just creep me out. Not even the whole movie. You know, for like 2 years I was just creeped out by that poster. It's true, it's scary ass poster.
But what makes it so good? Why is this such a memorable image? And what secrets might be lurking in the shadows in this iconic artwork?
Partly decomposed and just evil coming out to get you in your dreams.
Seeing the posters, it just evoked such terror.
Yeah.
You okay? I'm okay.
A Nightmare on Elm Street was a massive hit, launching fledgling film studio New Line Cinema into the mainstream. Freddy Krueger joined the annals of classic horror villains, and I think the success of the film was in no small part due to this poster and just how bold and transcendent it is. We hover above a wide-eyed teenage girl, Nancy, who seems at once gripped with fear, but also has a certain determination. She's staring right at us. The light from a nearby window casts luminous ripples across the scene, as though it was raining outside, and the light from a lamppost was refracting through the dripping water. Nancy seems frozen, unable to move, and above her looms a deeply disturbing figure, consisting of teeth, brain matter, skull fragments, and eyeballs. This abstract horror is also gazing directly at us. Suspended above Nancy's face is a series of knives, attached to the bones of an outstretched hand, with bright red ligaments threaded throughout. Nancy's suggested nakedness and her fearful grip on the blanket covering her add a sense of violation to the image. This grotesquerie above her is an unwanted guest, and for that matter, so are we. Her hair is splayed out around her as though thrown wildly by some gust of wind, and within that hair, we can just make out, what the f*** is that? A face with a hint of green and 4 long white teeth. Is it some sort of snake-like creature? It seems confirmed when we look at the 3D version of the poster from McFarlane Toys. But large snakes with humanoid faces don't appear in this film, so what is it doing hidden in Nancy's hair? When I first spotted this creature, I thought it might be an homage to one of the earliest vampire films, 1922's Nosferatu, a Symphony of Horror. Filmed as an unauthorized adaptation of Bram Stoker's Dracula novel, the film was ordered destroyed for copyright infringement and very nearly lost. Thankfully, some prints survive, and we're still able to enjoy the truly unsettling performance of actor Max Schreck as the renamed vampire Count Orlok. Robert Englund, who plays Freddy Krueger in A Nightmare on Elm Street, based part of his performance on Klaus Kinski's portrayal of the vampire in the 1976 remake Nosferatu the Vampyre. Both of these characters resemble our hidden figure slightly, but I doubt Robert Englund mentioned his acting method to the artist responsible for this poster, whose name is Matthew Joseph Peake. You can spot his signature and the year next to Nancy's left arm. While the film was in production, Peake started by creating some conceptual sketches, and was instructed to, quote, just do a girl sleeping with monsters in her head. Matthew Peake was nice enough to speak with me, where he confirmed a different theory about the snake creature in Nancy's hair. In 1984, another film about entering the dreams of others was released, entitled Dreamscape, directed by Joseph Ruben. It starred Dennis Quaid and Kate Capshaw, fresh off her appearance in Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, and also featured a nightmare creature with a large humanoid snake head. This creature is shown prominently in the movie poster for Dreamscape, created by renowned poster artist Drew Struzan, who also did one of the movie posters for Temple of Doom. Wes Craven, writer and director of A Nightmare on Elm Street, actually approached Paramount Pictures when he was shopping the project around, and they rejected it for being too similar to Dreamscape, which came out in August of 1984, while A Nightmare on Elm Street wrapped filming in July and was released in November of 1984. Matthew Peake confirmed that this is indeed an homage to the snake character from Dreamscape, and that he just threw it in on a whim to represent additional monsters in Nancy's head. The more challenging part of the poster design was how to represent the nightmare creature that is Freddy Krueger. Freddy's face is peeling off the bone. He has 3 nostrils and exposed brain tissue that's emitting red light. This visceral interpretation of the character creates a lot of visual intrigue.
conceptually, I came up with this amorphic, like partly decomposed, just evil coming out to get you in your dreams, and having the hand knives be the part that was actually broke through into reality. If I was told, paint this character, you got to make sure you represent this movie actor, I don't think it would have worked. I don't think it would have had the impact, the intrigue that the poster wound up creating.
It's just a nightmare on the poster. It looks like the embodiment of a nightmare.
Yeah, I'm sure glad that I went with my intuition with that and executing it the way I did, because otherwise I don't think it would have, we wouldn't be talking right now.
No, I think you're absolutely right about that. It would have been a lot more generic. I think you brought it to that next level.
Well, thank you.
The wall behind Nancy is transparent, revealing the wooden wall studs, and evokes this famous scene where Freddy towers above Nancy's bed as she lays sleeping below. This poster was so successful, Matthew Peak ended up painting key artwork for all 5 of the original Nightmare on Elm Street films, as well as doing artwork for the soundtrack to the 6th film, Freddy's Dead: The Final Nightmare. His father, Bob Peak, was also a famous movie poster artist, creating indelible images for Star Trek, James Bond, and Superman. You can find more of Matthew Peak's wonderful artwork on his official website. The link is in the description. And I'd like to thank him for taking the time to chat with this movie poster nerd. A Nightmare on Elm Street is a bona fide horror classic, launching a long-running franchise, a television series, a crossover, and a remake. One thing I always loved in this first movie was that Nancy watches Sam Raimi's The Evil Dead on TV. As a thank you, Freddy's glove can be seen on the wall of the work shed in Evil Dead 2. Just 2 film directors complimenting each other's work directly on the movie screen for all of us to enjoy. The film was successful enough in North America to warrant an international release, which meant new posters had to be created. This German movie poster for the film pays homage to Matthew Peak's original with a few key changes. Nancy appears much older and more buxom, and she's no longer haunted by Freddy Krueger, but Wolverine?
Nancy.
The German film title translates to Nightmare Murderous Dreamers, and the tagline as,
"When dreams and reality switch roles, sleep can be deadly."
This Italian film title translates to Nightmare from the Depths of the Night, and features Matthew Peak's painting of Freddy Krueger's bony knife hands, minus the lighting, and has a blade on the thumb, unlike the original. Nancy appears to be dead, or perhaps relaxing in a spa of some sort. The Japanese poster is a wild example of 1980s grid aesthetic, mixed in with psychedelic light patterns and a dense montage of images from the film. The main image of Freddy almost seems like a Xerox photocopy of this scene. Across the pond, they had this absolutely stunning UK quad poster from artist Graham Humphreys. This poster feels much more dreamy, bathed in moonlight and cool color tones. Nancy is clearly asleep while Freddy reaches over her to slash at us. The quiet street below has no idea what's coming for them. I really enjoy some of these international posters, but my absolute favorite is this lively montage artwork from Thailand, made by artist Tongdi Panumas. There's some crazy stuff in this one, damn. That's why I sprang for the original, a cherished poster in my collection. Incidentally, Freddy does eventually appear as a snake monster of sorts in A Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors, often heralded as the best sequel in the franchise. And the Thai poster for that film is f***ing wild. One day I might buy this one too, I just don't know where I would ever display it.
Where is the intercom?
Good art makes you feel, and this poster makes me feel uneasy. I clearly remember times in my childhood of waking up in the middle of the night from some unexplained noise, and all I could do was stare upward, gripped with fear that some unseen boogeyman was going to get me. With the right mixture of an active imagination and maybe too much Stephen King before bed, and I was paralyzed with fright. It all felt so silly in the daylight, inert, no longer a threat. But come the darkness, the shadows, and the creaking of the house, the danger would return with renewed strength. Whatever you do, don't fall asleep.
I'm crazy after all.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching this episode. I hope you've enjoyed learning about this classic horror poster. I hope I've earned your like, and consider subscribing for more content like this. And let me know in the comments what movie posters you'd like me to tackle next. I also have a Patreon where I do giveaways for each episode, and for this one, I'm going to be giving away my Screen Use 3D poster for A Nightmare on Elm Street. I've enjoyed this for a while, and it's time to pass it on to a new fan, so the link is below if you'd like to sign up for a chance to win this. I ship the giveaway items worldwide. This has been Paper and Light. Thank you so much for watching. I can't wait to show you more. Oh, and happy Halloween.